Hit record, start streaming. Go live. Let's play a little intro. All right. What is going on?
Not much.
Welcome. It is the AlfromDtown&Chili442 Show. Oh, and you know what I realized? And I gotta apologize to everybody. Because yesterday I made a post how we weren't going live. And I didn't post it.
I didn't think I saw anything.
It's here under saved drafts. Due to here, let me read it. Due to the Northport studios being under quarantine, I did not make it up to do a show tonight. However, I am not kind of feeling it myself, which I should have reread that. Anyway, we will be on tomorrow in 2023. See you then. Have a happy and safe New Year. Al in Chile. So there you go.
You just left everybody hanging.
I did. What a dick. Okay.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's saved under drafts. I think somebody might have called when I was doing it. And then I forgot what I was doing. That happens quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
So,
oh, no harm, no foul.
Right. This is episode 64, first one of 2023, on the first day of 2023.
Thank God 2022 is over.
I was listening to a guy, and man, I don't know. I mean, I kind of thought, nah, you're kind of going a little too far here. But he was like, this background makes me look dark. Hold on. Let me switch our background real quick, Evan. Because I can barely see me. We can't have that.
And then what's around the border of my picture? It's black along the bottom, and upside there's like a menu on the...
Oh, not that one.
Towards the center.
I don't know how to get that off.
Oh, well.
There we go. We'll go back to this one. So anyway, yeah, I can't believe I did that, man. That's bogus. Did you do anything?
No, we sat on the couch for a little bit, and then I was just tired, and I was like, let's pretend we're playing the Eastern game, and we'll call this at 11 o'clock, you know. You know, let's just kiss and go to bed, and that was it. And yeah, I went to bed, tried 11 o'clock. Like, I'm done with this. I don't even want to see the end of it. Most miserable year of my life.
Yeah.
And then to have the Rona the last week, and just, you know, just to be zapped of energy, and just, I've spent the last week just in bed most of the time. It really sucks.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I heard somebody talk about, like, celebrating New Year's and people out partying and everything, that
Do
They're,
people still?
I don't see. I don't think so. I mean, if you know, you might have a little get together or something like that, but I don't think people. Well, they do in New York and shit, though.
Well, people go for the big, that celebration, but it's just not the big deal. And to me, I don't know. When I was young and singles, like I can go out and get drunk any night of the week. I don't need to like go out and get crazy on New Year's. Like, oh my God, it's a reason to go get fucked up.
Yeah,
I just don't care. And then all of a sudden it became cops everywhere.
yeah,
Decatur with the DUIs and the roadblocks and all that. And it was like, I am not even going to drink a drop on this night. It's not worth it.
right, right. Yeah, I don't even think about going out on New Year's. I think I
Mhm.
went out early that morning, and I kind of splurged last night. I got a 2 liter of Pepsi. So, but I'm actually having a beer tonight while we do the show,
Oh, that's cool.
and I probably would have done one. Um, I would have drank a few last night if we'd have done the show. I just don't have much reason to drink.
Yeah, and sitting drinking alone is not that exciting
No,
as you get older.
yeah, not at all. Well, I don't like. I can't sit there and really. I don't know. I think I'm made to drive drunk people around. You know what I mean? Because I
Hmm.
mean after about a couple drinks, I'm good. You know, but I'll drive you around. You
Sure.
know, I don't give a shit. So, are you changing anything this year? Any resolutions?
I haven't really thought about it. I hmm. I no, I haven't really. I know I need to take some time to need to stop and work on things that I need to instead of just keep putting things off. You know what I mean?
Right,
Major life stuff.
right.
Um, I'm not saying it's time for me to get serious. I don't know. I need to get my shit together. I Other than that, I don't have any major resolutions. I could probably be, a kinder, less of an asshole type person,
No, no,
no, I really
don't
could.
don't do
So,
that.
maybe I should work on that, but I've never been one of those, resolution new year, new me person,
Yeah,
like work on yourself daily. And if you don't, then, you can't wait till the end of the year think you're going to change all at once whatever behavior you have that you think needs to be modified.
right. And you're kind of a shitty person if you. I mean, not you, Evan, but I'm saying if you're like I'm gonna quit being a douchebag to Steve at work. If
Hell
you
no, not Steve.
if
He
you
deserves it.
if you waited till New Year's to do that, you're kind of a douchebag. Like you had to have a reason. Well, I guess I could use that for my resolution. I
Yeah.
want to
And Steve wouldn't get it anyway,
right,
so screw him.
right. And, and see, I quit buying cigarettes several years ago, and I roll my own, and I've been like cutting back more and more to where it's barely costing me like $30 a month to smoke.
Good deal. That's cheap.
And I keep cutting it back further and further. And I thought, I was sitting there thinking a couple days ago, and then I was like, man, I ought to just quit, start going to the gym. And then it hit me earlier today. I can't go to the gym yet because them places are going to be packed and the regulars are going to look at me. Oh, look at this douchebag. New year, new me.
Uh-huh.
And, so I'm going to have to wait to go to the gym until about March, probably.
Right, or you look like a New Year douchebag.
Yeah. So I figure about March they start falling off. So,
Hmm. Makes sense.
well, yeah, because I don't want to be the New Year's douchebag.
And
You
who wants to
know?
go out in that cold anyway?
No. And you know what? I really should have started going like in December. Even if I wasn't going to work out, just go in there, buy a membership, just kind of hang out, let them see my face a few times, And then when I was ready to get serious about the shit, even though it is I just won't look like the New Year douchebag.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
I don't know if I'm going to change anything, because I might be changing a lot of things. So
Yeah.
I really, I don't know what I would change.
I wouldn't worry about it. I'm not.
I'd like to start writing more down again. I used to write down a lot of things, ideas, stuff like that, and I do want to do that. I think I am going to force myself into not running full throttle all the time. Just sit back and kind of suck in the moment or where I'm at.
Yeah. You have a nice fancy notebook.
I do, actually.
Yeah, you need something. If not, I was going to give you one. I've got some stuff laying around, but
Yeah, I got.
it's always good to have something, a good notebook to keep, just journal all your shit in. Something you're not
Yeah,
going to lose easy.
Plus, I might have to write up that big Scott's toilet paper contract for the list.
Yeah.
I was going to bring that yesterday, and we were going to give that away on the show. A 4-pack of Scott's toilet paper. I'm serious.
What would it take to ship that? Yeah, local residents only.
Meet me at
you
all.
pay shipping. Who wants to pay shipping on 4 rolls of toilet paper?
It probably wouldn't be that much. Don't weigh that much. 4-pack of toilet paper, just a couple bucks.
Think so?
Yeah. Well, it depends
it's
on
USPS if you could do it with them. I don't know.
I'd try to do it. Just put a bunch of stamps on the front of it and put their name in black Sharpie.
Wrap it in brown construction paper.
There you go. There was something else I was wanting to talk about before we got into anything. I've been watching like a lot of on YouTube, and I guess they're on TikTok too. But they're these like true crime people. They're pretty much people doing a podcast like me and you, but they're trying to solve crimes.
I've watched those before. Usually you can learn about as much information as going through Wikipedia and reading about something.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well, there was a TikTok psychic that is sued for accusing a professor of killing the 4 Idaho students. And at first I was like, you know what? Yeah. I mean, I understand everybody's got a thing that says go live. You know, you can go live at any minute and you can say whatever's on your mind. But there's consequences to that shit if you're going to start slandering somebody. And at first I was like, oh, come on, it's a TikTok video. But then I thought, wait a minute, man. That's got the possibility of getting millions of views. And then if the wrong person would see that and decided to take the law into their own hands or something, well, then you got a completely different, But I just, yeah. I mean, yes, everybody has a voice and everybody has their right to their opinion and everything. But if you're going to get out there and start just really throwing mud and everything, you better make sure it is it's 100% legit. Because
Sure.
I mean, this professor, but look, how much is this TikToker making? More than likely, if that's all you have to do all day is make TikTok videos, then you probably aren't bringing any serious income home. And If it was somebody, you know, a name brand TikToker, I'm sure they would have put their name on it. But it's probably somebody who don't make any money. So the professor probably ain't going to get much. And that's still out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta watch this. Hey Evan, let's grab some news real quick. Remember the guy that was buying the monkey that got scammed and then
Yeah.
started the GoFundMe to get his monkey money back? It's happened again, Evan.
Same guy.
No. woman woman loses thousands of dollars to puppy scam.
I'm sure that happens.
Oh, that's heartbreaking too, man. Nobody, you know, but she woman lost thousands of dollars over the course of 2 weeks when she tried to buy a puppy from an online site. It's a Maltese puppy. Oh, it went for $4,700
Wow.
for a Maltese. Man, they're like little dogs. They don't even do nothing.
Yeah, people are crazy paying high money for any
Man.
dog like that.
Yeah, man. I'd have to see video. We'd have to be, you know, FaceTiming something before I'm sending that much money. Whew.
To, yeah, research the place first thoroughly.
Oh my God, she was told to go to a specific store and buy a particular type of gift card. They were in packages that have already been tampered with and contained fake cards with altered barcodes. When the 15 cards were loaded by the teller in the store, the money was sent directly to the scammer.
Ah, people are so good.
Wow.
Yeah, technology is out of control. People do some really just amazing stuff like that.
Man. Man,
They
you.
busted a college kid like a week or two ago. The guy was printed up fake parking tickets and it had one of, those square, what is the square code called? The little, the black and white barcode kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
It had that on there. You can pay this direct instead of going down. And he wrote these fake paying here. And so people would scan that in with their phones and automatically, boom, $30 or whatever to his phone. And yeah, the kid was raking it in. I'm like, freaking brilliant technology these days. I mean, old timers like us don't even think about. I mean, I'm not a scammer anyway. Don't get me wrong, but you know, it's brilliant. I'm sorry. Sometimes that shit is really brilliant.
The way they do it, I mean, yeah.
It's a whole nother generation of thievery.
Yeah, yeah. It's like,
It's
well, nobody walks into banks anymore, with the 6-shooter and a bandana
no,
over their face, so.
and most people don't carry lots of cash on them at all.
Evan, are you planning a trip to South Korea this summer?
No.
Okay. Anyway, South Korea finally lifts the ban on imported sex dolls.
Oh, I got a cousin living there right now. I should have her pick me up one.
Well, no, you could buy them if they were made in South Korea. You just couldn't get you like a Chinese one or one made in Japan.
Well, there you go.
Now you can.
Rock on. Well, that's good to know.
I would think so. Drug traffickers call 911 to report being followed during paranoid episode. Oh my Lord. I gotta put this on. Hold on, because you gotta see how much dope they had. This is stupid. Hold on. Yeah, and then I'll get to the story, but you gotta see this. Yeah, they were probably high. Look at this, Evan. Yeah, it'll take you a minute, but yeah.
Oh my.
So,
Wow.
so there you go. Let me get this story back up where I can read it. I don't have my glasses on, so I got to put it on the big. Two drug traffickers were arrested after calling 911 on themselves during a paranoid episode. According to the Hartley County Sheriff, it started when the suspects called 911 around midnight to say they were being followed. The dispatcher told them to stop and meet with the deputy. Before they got to the gas stations, the suspects stopped their pickup in the middle of Highway 87, got out, and ran towards the deputy's vehicle in an aggressive manner. They were ordered down on the ground at gunpoint and placed in handcuffs. During the search, deputies found 3 tote bags and a suitcase filled with 1-pound bags of marijuana, 129 bags in total.
Ooh. They were high.
Kyle said he knows where he's taking vacation. South Korea.
Mm-hmm. Getting one of them new sex dolls.
You know what? Yeah. Hey, South Koreans, they don't make good sex toys. So I've been told.
I wouldn't know.
Drunken man poops on PT cruiser, tells hospital staff his blood will be pure natural ice.
You don't say.
That's nothing but pure natty ice right there, baby.
His blood is pure natty ice.
Kalamazoo County, Michigan, conservation officers with the Michigan Department of Natural Resources recently had an encounter that is hard to believe, Evan. It involves a PT cruiser, owls, poop, and natty ice.
Wow. Fuck them PT cruisers anyway.
Yeah. The officers came across a PT cruiser parked at one of the entrances. The man in the vehicle said he parked there to listen to the owls and that he wanted to be left alone. but they noticed a large container of natty ice beer in the cup holder. Then they asked the man on the scale of 1 to 10 how drunk he was. He responded with, "I'm a solid 5."
A solid 5.
He's I'll be honest, I'm drunk, but just let me listen to the owls, according to the report. They Based on the response, the officers began conducting a sobriety test, but partway through, the man made a face of shock, grabbed his rear, dropped his pants to his ankles, and began defecating on the rear bumper of his PT Cruiser.
Oh, it was his own car.
Yeah, it was his car.
Okay.
So he was
Not an
arrested.
act of vandalism. Okay, gotcha.
He was
I probably
arrested
would too.
Oh my God! Listen to this, Evan. He was arrested and taken to the hospital for a blood draw. On the way there, the man noticed that C.O. Wright was using his GPS and said, "Man, I'm drunk. I'm the drunk one here, and I have to give you directions on how to take my drunk ass to jail, you moron." Moral of this story.
Yeah.
Don't drink natty ice.
Oh, no. I just wonder were the cops going for a pleasure cruise with him in the back? Probably going and taking a bunch of turns and slamming his ass from left to right.
Yeah, I would have.
I would too. That would be one of those things as a cop, like, oh, I'm going to brake check your ass. Now shut up.
I apologize, folks. I really do. But Evan Man pooped in box at Michigan. Meyer put it on the shelf. Put it back on the shelf.
He pooped in a box where?
At a Michigan Meyer.
Oh, store. Okay,
yeah,
Myers.
The grocery store.
Shit in a box and put it on the shelf.
Police are looking for a man they say pooped in an empty box before sealing it back up and placing it on a shelf at a Michigan Meijer.
It ended up on the clearance rack.
Police posted security footage of the bizarre incident to their Facebook page, but took it down at the request of Meijer officials.
No kidding.
The man also stole something before he left the store. Well, he was bartering.
I can just see somebody opening that box. What is this shit?
Hey, I'm going to steal this string cheese, but I left you something in a minute rice box on aisle 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. And there was one more I wanted to do.
You know, the thing is, those big departments or big box stores, they usually have bathrooms in the back.
Yeah.
Public bathrooms, you know.
Yeah. Oh, there was one about an axe. Where in the hell is that? Oh, it was on the... hold on, I'm getting to it. And... oh, remember the woman that was arrested for bringing her raccoon to the bar in North Dakota? She got probation.
Was the name Winona? It was really a big brown beaver.
I cannot find this. Oh, here it goes. Alleged donut thief charged with brandishing hatchet. A Bismarck man is in trouble with the law after he allegedly raised a hatchet towards a convenience store clerk who tried to stop him from stealing donuts.
Let him go. I'm not risking my life over somebody throwing a hatchet at me.
Yeah. And
we got it on camera.
Didn't they notice he's walking up to the store with a hatchet?
No hatchet sign on the door.
I mean,
no weapons.
We are talking North Dakota. So.
Yeah.
And I think that is just about it on the news. South Korea, another South Korea story, unannounced rocket launch causes UFO scare.
Launcher.
Why would they wait until, well, it says December 30th, so it wasn't like it was, I don't know, I guess people thought it was a UFO, Evan. Huh.
Oh. Where did I see you?
You saw a UFO?
No, it was over Vegas, right? There was a whole bunch of hoopla going around. People in Vegas. I don't know. It was a bunch of these lights not moving. It's pretty interesting up in the sky. I don't get into the whole UFO thing. I try not to, but.
Oh, damn. Hey, Claudia in chat room says 2023 has already started off the wrong way. My backyard caught on fire.
I saw that. How does that happen?
Oh, shit.
Your backyard's on fire.
Damn. I hope everything's cool now.
You know what it's like to go through fire.
Oh, yeah. You ain't got to tell me shit. Anyway, Evan, it's the end of news. Let's finish strong with our Dave Moreland's Bozo Criminal of the Day. As the year winds down, here's one that moves right to the top of the list of bozos for 2022. From Gainesville, Georgia, comes a story of our bozo who had an armed robbery all planned out. He waited outside a local business, hid in some bushes, waiting for an employee to emerge so he could jump him. He failed to take into account the side door, and when somebody emerged from that exit, it frightened him, causing him to fire his gun and attempt a hasty getaway. All good except look out for that icy spot on the sidewalk. He took a nasty fall and was knocked silly, giving bystanders the opportunity to disarm him and call the police.
We're wrong.
Oh, shit.
People need help.
Yeah. Yeah, they do, man. That was crazy. Yeah, it reminds me of my buddy Rich, man. He's sitting there and he's one of these dudes that he just, I don't know. He liked winter. One of them weirdos, you know. That when it snowed and shit, he was all happy. And
Yeah.
I remember we're walking and we're walking home from school, and he's sitting there and he's just like, "Oh my God, I love winter." And I'm sitting there bitching, it's cold and everything. Well, I fucking hate snow. Oh, I love it. And he starts jumping around. Man, he hit a patch of ice, and I can still see this in my head. His hands went up, his feet went straight up, and he landed on the sidewalk like flat on his back.
Uh-huh.
And you could just hear the air just go, whoa.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, and he sat there, and I was laughing at him the whole fucking time. How you like winter now, bitch? Get you a breath. Get you a breath.
Hope nothing's broken.
Old Rich, I still love that dude.
Yeah, I don't like the fall. No.
No, who does? Who does?
Yeah, when I worked at Cat in Decatur, they would have when the third shift let out, these dudes would run across the parking lot because they didn't want to sit in line for 15 minutes. They wanted to be the first in their car and out. And man, you'd see some of them. We'd go to the window sometime. You just see them run across the parking lot, and some of them slip and fall, running out of the building. Like, man, it ain't worth it.
Oh, I don't know if you saw this one. Jeremiah Green from Modest Mouse passed away yesterday.
No kidding. They were popular 20 years ago.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought you kind of dug them dudes.
I'm some of their whatever's popular. I don't think I owned any. They really know any of their stuff.
I don't think
beyond what was on the radio. Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Barbara Walters died.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I always liked her.
How old was she? She was like 92 or something.
93, I think. She lived a long life. I remember her starting. My grandma used to watch 2020.
Oh yeah, forever.
With her, and what was that dude's name she was with? Hugh
Downs or something?
Hugh Downs. That's it. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, Claudia. Yeah, that's almost the same thing. She said the person that lives behind her had a fire going on, and it was not put out all the way. It reignited and got in her backyard. Now over half of her yard is black. Yeah, very lucky it did not reach the house. Yeah, that's what happened to ours. The neighbor decided to burn leaves on the windiest damn day, and not only was she burning leaves, but she was starting the fire with like gasoline.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah.
No, I burn cardboard. I'm very careful. There's no wind and everything, because some of that stuff could just drift off a chunk of cardboard on fire. And I bring the hose out every time. I don't want to set my neighbor's house on fire or ours. I mean, our fire pit is kind of equidistant between them.
Yeah, no, I kind of felt bad last week, man. These people moved in this house on my old garbage route, and that's going to get weird to say.
Yeah,
because as of right now, I'm actually not a garbage man.
Right, you're not.
So, but I had to leave a note because it was a young couple, but they live out in the country. And they were just dumping their fire ash right into that toter. And every time I dump it, that shit would just blow right in my face. So I was like, I left a nice note, and I said, hey, please, man, start bagging that ash for me. We didn't work the following Friday, which would have been right before Christmas. Well, the Saturday, so Saturday would have been Christmas Eve. I guess at 7 p.m. their house caught on fire, and it was from the fireplace.
No kidding.
Yeah, and I guess this was one of them that had the electric fan with the vents on the side that kind of sucked in the air, the heat, and then distributed it, to warm the whole house. And they think there was a short in that fan motor. Plus, we had like 60-mile-an-hour winds that night. So once that fire started and it just made a little hole, shit, it was done with.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
they lost everything. There was a brand new like Subaru in there that they had just bought, and all you can see is a shell of it.
Rough one.
Yeah, one of the Pointer sisters died too. I saw that.
Did not know.
Yeah, man, there was a lot of, and Gangster Boo from 3-6 Mafia. It was the only chick, and she was the first like Memphis rapper that, female Memphis rapper that kind of did anything. So she was only 43.
Did not know that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that's passed away. I, however, was not one of them. And then they caught that dude that killed them, well, we kind of talked about that a little bit earlier, but them Idaho students, man, that dude was like, he was in criminal psychology. Yeah.
He's a PhD student?
Yeah, like in criminal shit. But I guess one of the first things he said when he got arrested. Now, and I was kind of thinking about this. He said, "Am I the only one that's been arrested?" So, do you think there was somebody else involved? Or do you think maybe he's just doing that to kind of, already poke a hole into their, whatever the cops are, because obviously they got a case.
Yeah.
Because they arrested him. Yeah,
That's
criminal justice.
He was criminology. He was a criminology student.
Yeah, criminal justice.
Not a PhD, Dr. PhD.
But, I mean, smart dude. Smart dude. Do you think this is going to be like one of those, and I never watched it. I started getting into the first season a little bit, but that Dexter.
I keep meaning to go back and watch that. I keep thinking I need to give it another try. Just the shit just seems so gory for the sake of gory that it was kind of hard to get past it. Kind of like Walking Dead. If you ever, in the beginning, you got to deal with all that. Once you get past it, you get into the story, okay. But sometimes it's just hard to get past that. That show is a little gruesome.
Oh, Claudia said they can't say anything till he gets back to Idaho. I don't even know where he was arrested. So I guess he took off. Yeah, I don't even see if it says it right here. He was seeking a PhD in criminology and was enrolled in graduate programs at Washington State. He had recently already graduated from DeSales University in Pennsylvania with a degree in criminal justice. Oh,
well,
Claudia says Pennsylvania. He's a weird-looking one. He kind of reminds me of one of them Columbine dudes.
I don't remember what they looked like.
Dude, I watched a thing about that. I don't know why I just watch crime shit all day on YouTube. That's all I did today. Well, that, and this morning I got up and actually worked on my resume. I sent 30 out to that, I kind of looked at another town and, so stuff like that. And then I realized it was Sunday. I don't even know why I'm freaking out, but I just am, dude. It's like, remember when I said I'm going to take a couple weeks off and relax?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that
you can't
that ain't
relax.
that ain't going to fucking happen. I'm like, it's like I'm almost wired for sound that I'm just ready to get out there and get back to work. But I just, I don't know.
You're ready for a change. I think you are.
I really am, dude. And I don't think if I have to, I will go back to garbage for a little bit. But I'm just afraid to go because I said that about this job. I said I was only going to work at IV Container for 2 years.
Hmm.
You
I've
know,
said things like that. Yeah, I'll give this 2 years and we'll see how it goes. And if not, oh well, here COVID hit, or whatever.
right,
I've been
right.
there.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I've been there many times, too many times.
no way, dude.
What?
Aerosmith singer that no, this is on TMZ. Uh Aerosmith's Steven Tyler sued for allegedly sexually assaulting minor and assisting she get an abortion
When was this?
decades ago. Okay.
Oh, because he tour with some girl, and actually she was like 16 or 17, and her parents signed over parental rights to him so she could tour with them. Yeah, some of these rock stars, man. It wasn't just Jerry Lee Lewis, man. So there were some others that like did some nastiness,
Yeah, this might be it. It said he's
There's
one
been a couple against him.
Julia Holcomb has previously gone on record about their relationship. So yeah, that's probably her.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, these dudes, there was some of them that got away with some things.
Oh yeah. I tell you what, Evan. I know we were supposed to do live last night.
Yeah.
Y'all
We
didn't
had,
want to get me sick.
no,
So
I had to cancel it.
so we had to cancel. But so what we'll do tonight is we're not even going to shut down the Facebook Live when we do Chili After Dark.
We're just gonna keep talking.
We're just going to keep going. Do you have anything for Chili After Dark?
No, I really don't.
That's what I'm trying to find. There was something that I wanted to kind of, I thought we could get into it, and I cannot find it anywhere. Oh, that's not a list I think we're gonna do, but here's an idea for the list. What 6 U.S. cities are most likely to get a nuclear attack?
Which six ones did you
Yeah,
say?
I,
Well, years ago, when like in the 80s, we had kind of the Russian scare. Remember they made that movie? What was it? The Day After.
right.
But they said like Decatur was on the top 10 list because of Tate and Lyle ADM's big food producers. Six cities, huh?
Yeah, Evan,
On the
for
new.
for
Yeah.
one for $1, if you get all 6, I'll give you a 5 spot.
Oh, come on. I'm not going to get all six, but okay, go ahead.
Okay, but you got to get 4. You got to get at least 60%. So out of 6 big U.S. cities, go.
I'm going to just go at the big ones: New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Houston, and then Decatur, Illinois, just because I know it used to be on the list. But I'm trying to think where else a big food producer or somewhere where it'd be knockout, like Detroit, but everything around Detroit's kind of scattered. I don't know. Those would be my six guesses.
Uh,
Not even close. If you
you
were going to
get
hit, you would hit big locations, wouldn't you?
right, and you got 4, so you're getting $1. You got New York, Chicago, Houston, Los Angeles. The 2 you missed. Decatur did not make it this time, but I do know you were right when they were talking about the 9/11 attacks. Decatur was, they kind of flew some fighter jets and shit to our airport. But the other two were San Francisco, which I see Stephen Keller guessed correctly in the chat, and Washington, D.C.
Oh, DC, duh.
Oh, yeah, D.C., a big nuclear bomb or dirty bomb or something like that, that's millions killed right there.
Well, yeah, and the Pentagon, everything you disable, major network, government network, just everything. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that is going to do it for our Facebook Live show, but we're going to keep going.
All right.
And go to Chili After Dark. So
all right.
The only difference is, and hopefully we don't get kicked off Facebook, but I smoke a cigarette. So nothing on. Let's check worldwide, Evan, see what's going on. I don't say. Oh,
I've kind of been living in a cloud this week.
I know. I kind of have too, man. And I was actually going to try to do, like some show prep and everything, and find something for Chili After Dark yesterday. And man, I turned on the computer and I started doing resumes, and then by the time I started looking at other things, I was ready to get off the computer.
Okay. I've been watching on Netflix Ancient Apocalypse. It's pretty damn interesting, all about the pyramids and everything. So I'm going back in time. I can't tell you what's going on now. I'm learning about shit at 10,000 BC.
See, and that's where I get into my rabbit holes and shit on YouTube, and I'll start I started watching. They found 2 tombs containing like 60 mummies. And just stuff like that. And I don't know if they should be digging that shit up, though.
We want to learn from it. I mean, I don't know. I think it's fascinating what happened before all our modern civilization. Stuff happened a long time ago, and these people had some brains and they had some ideas what was going on.
Right, but I mean, how much are you really going to learn by disturbing the bodies?
I agree.
You can go in there, and if there's scrolls or something like that, or wall glyphs, you can take a picture of that shit and get out. There's no need to bring all these people up, and figure
out what their diet was, whatever.
Yeah,
they could leave them alone.
Yeah,
I hear you. But it's fascinating stuff to look at. I mean,
right.
Think how long stuff can preserve time. I mean, what breaks all our modern stuff that just gets broken down, and how some stuff just lasts, for thousands of years.
Yeah, like Stephen, like Skeller said, set free a nasty disease or something like that. And it's like them scientists that found that vampire disease or something in the Antarctic and want to like thaw it out and shit. Man, what could possibly go right with that?
You're correct. Yeah, like this ain't got nothing on the road.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm reading this headline, and I'm going to show it to you real quick, because it says, hold on, I got to get it on there. It says world leaders. Oh, I'm going to have to get rid of that. Okay. Evan, I'm going to read you this headline, and then the picture. It says, King Charles and other world leaders mourn Pope Benedict after death at 95. Who is that?
that looks like,
Right there.
yeah, in the middle.
Yeah,
Um,
that's Bob Saget.
that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, that looks like Bob Saget. Did he pass away like 2 years ago? A
I,
year ago?
yeah, I think it was the beginning of.
We were on air when it happened.
Yeah, we were. We
That was about a
were.
year ago, right?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's pretty funny.
So I
They're
don't know if I.
mourning and turning in their graves.
There's a lot of shit about Russia. Ugh. I didn't know Pope Benedict died though.
Yesterday.
Huh. Well, it isn't that now. Isn't that just a Catholic thing?
Yeah.
Like the Protestants and all that, that they don't follow what the Pope says, right?
No, it's just the Catholic Church as
Okay.
far as I
Okay.
know. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
No,
Oh, so
he's been retired for some time though.
yeah, yeah. Didn't what? Wasn't there something funny about why he retired though?
I do not know.
I thought it was because of the all the Catholic bishops and everything that were getting busted.
He went out with the scandal. I don't recall. I don't know.
Yeah, I better not say that's what happened
Yeah.
because I don't
I
want to
mean,
get sued by Pope Benedict.
they've had their little shakeups, but they're pretty good at smoothing everything over.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and you got to realize how big the Catholic Church is compared to, that's the biggest religion in the world.
What is?
You're going to hear Catholicism.
I,
You're going to hear
is
of,
it still? I thought
I don't know. It used to be Orthodoxy, but Orthodoxy has never been big in the United States, but like huge, Russia, China, all that stuff. But I think Catholicism is larger overall than Orthodoxy. And
I
yeah,
I think Islam might have taken over. I think it did a couple years ago. I could be wrong. Hold
I'm
on.
curious.
Yeah.
It's been
Now I got
a
to
while
look it
since
up.
I've looked at it. Yeah, I grew up in the Orthodox Church, and
Islam. Yep.
really,
30
has it taken over?
yeah.
Hmm.
Sure has. So,
Well, they're populating like more than anybody else.
yeah, nobody 10 large Christianity, Islam, Hinduism. Oh, maybe are these just not in any order by population? Here we go. Yep, it's still Islam.
Hmm.
So there
No
we
kidding.
go. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it did. I thought it changed a few years ago.
I haven't followed.
Well, I know the Catholic Church was they were I'm not going to say complaining, but they were talking about how um like new people weren't joining the church like they used to.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like most religions are growing. I think some, are. It just seems like there are some new churches that come about, and they seem to grow. But I don't know. It'd be interesting. I've got some family I've got a niece that's married to a priest. I've got another nephew that's going to become a priest, and
Okay.
um,
Okay, Skeller said I want to go back on Pope Benedict just for a minute. Because I knew he had something to do with it. I wasn't sure what, but he was on the other side. He said he knew that he was sick, and he started the enforcement on priests that were hurting people. So,
hmm,
way to go, Pope Benedict.
yeah, stop the nonsense.
And I think he did get some slack from like some cardinals and shit. I think I do remember that. And there was like a split in the Catholic Church for a little bit. I actually have some Catholics on my side of the family. So I've actually went to Catholic church before and done all that good.
Oh, same here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was back in the 80s. So it was pretty big then. There was a lot of churches in Decatur in the 80s.
Yeah, I remember going to Catholic church occasionally in the 80s with my mom. We kind of jumped around just a little for a brief period of time. And then, I don't know, she kind of fell back into Orthodoxy. But um, yeah, we have some other family. Like one of my cousins, they got married like same day. They did a wedding in the Greek church. They did a wedding in the Catholic church. And yeah, that church, the Catholic church in Decatur on El Dorado, the church is beautiful. Man, what a beautiful church.
Is that St. James?
Um, it's not St. James, is it? I don't know the name of it. I just know which one it is because I've been there. Um, it could be.
Okay, I have a question. Why do they not have the Pope in the coffin? His whole body is being viewed. Well, I think they call that like laying in state. I think they do that to some of the like the presidents and shit too, or it's like a clear coffin. I don't
Hmm.
know why. I think that's it must be something in their religion or something. I don't. I'm not going to even pretend to act
Yeah, me
like.
neither.
Yeah, that's above my pay grade right there, Claudia.
Yeah, I could probably find out. The girlfriend's son is Catholic, and he's gotten really into it last couple. Actually, he's going to, and I think in February he's going to go visit a friend in France, and he wants to go down to Italy and go to the Vatican. That's on his bucket list, short
Yeah.
term.
Well,
So yeah, I can get a report for you in a couple months.
yeah. Uh, did you see where Robert De Niro's house got robbed?
No.
Uh, it was this Shanice Avils, Avils, something, 30 years old, career criminal. Um, she is claiming now that the cops have no right to charge her.
No right to charge her
Yeah.
with B&E or what?
The woman who was caught red-handed inside Robert De Niro's, oh my God, $69,000 a month for a rented town for a townhouse.
That's what he pays a month for rent.
Yes,
Why would he not own something?
I don't know.
I guess if you don't want to have to deal with owning.
Shanice, who has a rap sheet as long as De Niro's IMDb page, told the New York Post in an interview from Rikers Island that her arrest felt like a setup.
How so?
I don't know. At the time she broke in, De Niro was asleep upstairs, as was his daughter. Man,
Sounds like a setup.
she's lucky she didn't get shot.
Yeah.
Uh, she said, "I am being held here on burglary." She said, "Burglary? I didn't take any of his stuff. I didn't have any of his stuff on me."
Okay, so they got her on breaking and entering.
Yeah, I mean, when police
Trespassing.
arrived, they found her trying to place gifts into a bag and playing around on the actor's iPad to try to unlock it.
Okay. Sounds
So,
pretty cut and dry there.
yeah, I mean, jeez.
You'd think he kind of live in some kind of gated community where somebody just couldn't get in very easy.
You would think so, and I'm sorry, but I'm looking at this townhouse. It looks like it might be 3-4 stories high. Looks like the main floor. It looks like 3 stories, and the main floor is like your mud room and everything. But I mean, yeah, it's open. It's completely open for
Hmm.
$70,000 a month. You better have some Marines out there, a couple pit bulls, some razor wire.
Wonder how many places he has.
Oh, hard telling. Uh, she's held on burglary charges with a $40,000 bond. Huh. I thought they did the no bond thing in New York. Huh. I
Wonder
know
how many places he has. He's got to have places he lives all over.
you would think so. And why would you rent a place? I don't know though.
Maybe it's just more convenient
Well,
for him. But I,
yeah, and look at these mansions that that a lot of people are still sitting on. And you don't really want to have a mansion built because I mean, look at Michael Jordan's mansion. You
what
know,
about it?
it's sitting empty.
Really? Where is it?
Yeah, up near Chicago. Yeah, it's sitting
Uh,
empty, dude.
yeah, that's one of the things nobody's going to pay the price for it. And
Mike Tyson's old mansion. That $23 million mansion. It's sitting empty.
wow,
So I
what a
don't know.
country! Homeless people. We got multi-million-dollar mansions just
Man,
sitting there empty.
there are so many abandoned mansions in the United States. It's not funny. I mean, you can go to YouTube and just I like watching those guys that go into these abandoned places and a lot of places they shouldn't go and stuff like that. But
Some of them even have nice cars sitting outside, just been sitting for years.
well, the one I watched, the guy had like there was probably some 80s and 90s Ferraris and
Mm-hmm.
shit just completely covered in dust.
Yeah,
And it's like,
trees covered over.
yeah, and it's like, why isn't somebody taking that?
Yeah, what happened? Who just
Yeah.
up and walked out of this situation with all this?
Yeah, Stephen Keller said it still has not sold. Yeah, because one you pull up and there's like a big 23 on it. And if you're going to have something like that built, you got to make sure that's your forever home. That's where you're
Hmm.
going to live because you're not going to get your money back out of that.
No.
And that's a lot of land and shit. He ought to just, doze it down, sell off let the scrappers come in and,
Yeah.
we can doze it down and make a park or something.
So much for your mansion.
Yeah. I mean, shit is just sitting there. I mean, it's going to get wildlife in there. And what's the upkeep on that? I know
I,
he's got to still be paying the upkeep on it.
yeah, get out from under it. I don't know. I guess you wait for economy to bounce or something, and I don't know.
And right now, I think we're getting ready to see the housing market like flip again because these houses are being sold at a lot more than what they're worth. Well, that market eventually has to correct itself.
Hmm.
And I think we're getting ready to see that. I think we'll see
Yeah,
it in the first quarter of 2023.
there'll be a lot of people upside down. There was a year ago or so. There was a lot of people paying way too much for houses. Yeah, you're right. It's got to come back down. When you hear
Uh,
about people paying 40,000 over asking, that's nuts.
he said he's reduced the price several times. We ought to see. Hold on. Let's look up. Maybe we can buy it and do the podcast from there, Evan.
Claudia said Betty White's mansion got destroyed. A lot of these places, like old mansions, I mean, they were built years ago and they were cool, but when they're so dated, what does it cost to remodel them?
Oh
You
yeah,
basically have to rebuild the whole inside of them, and at that point, at what cost? You're right. It's almost easier to doze and start over.
yeah, it is.
My cousin bought a couple years ago the Eldridge houses, and man, that thing was completely 80s inside. I mean, neat house, but everything was 80s, and every bathroom you're going to remodel. That's a
Evan,
lot of,
I
and
I
it's
mean,
a lot
I,
of square footage.
I am going to have to check, but um, let me see if I can get this up on. I don't know if I can blow up that picture. Oh yeah, here we go. Can you come up with 17.45 million?
Not right now.
I was gonna say if you can next
I got
week.
some car parts I could probably sell, maybe put some stuff together. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Give me a couple weeks.
Hold on, let me get this on the screen real quick. This is Michael Jordan's mansion that is currently going for $14.9 million.
Let me zoom back up here.
But yeah, it's crazy, dude. We could stay at separate ends of this place and we could still do our podcast like we do.
Never see each other.
And we'd have to
Oh my.
Skype. Yeah.
How many square foot is this place?
Let's see, Evan.
So it's got indoor basketball courts. It's got an indoor swimming pool, I'm guessing. It's got probably insane gym and everything. I can't imagine.
Yeah, that's good. That's
I'd buy that if I could afford it.
14.9 million. Yeah, I probably would too.
I'd probably convert a lot of it into garage space. But, you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't need a big ass gym like that. I just,
I'd take like part of that.
just put me a Bowflex in the corner, and I can take this, you know, 3,000 square foot gym.
I think I would take that whole northwest section and make it like a paintball arena with a like mini bike track in the middle of it.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And I wouldn't need the basketball court. I don't like basketball. I don't like playing it. I don't like. It's because I'm short. If I could dunk, I'd be all over some basketball. But
That'd be fun.
yeah, I can't. And most of my shots get blocked. So fuck basketball. So
Yeah, I gave up as a kid real quick. I was a run.
Yeah.
I mean, I still am, but I was a run as a kid, and man, kids just slammed on me.
That is where I did get my first crush though, because we had a girl on the Salvation Army basketball team. Because my grandma tried to push me into it because all my uncles played basketball and were good at it. And my grandpa was a basketball player and he was good at it. And there was a girl on our team that was taller than hell. She was to me she was like 7 foot tall, and we called her Too Tall Jones because her last name was Jones. So when we were kids, so we came up with stupid nicknames.
You guys were so clever.
But we went to a school dance together, and my head was like at her boobs.
Sweet.
Yeah, so we slow danced. So
yeah.
about the age of 8, I got some boob put on my head.
Almost motorboating.
Almost. If I'd have known what motorboating was at that age, I sure would have tried it. Why did
Of course.
What'd she say about Betty White's mansion?
They tore it down?
Oh, why'd they do that?
I don't know. Like I said, it's probably dated.
What if it had like a crab infestation?
That's a good question.
No, but it didn't sell. Her what? Oh, they tried to sell it first, and it wouldn't sell, so they tore it down. They tried to sell it for $10.5 million.
Wonder what it looked like.
Let's see. I think I got a man. Did Betty White once live at this abandoned mansion? Huh. Oh, they don't know on this one. And I apologize to any Betty White fans. That I did not mean to say she had crabs. I don't know if she did. I mean,
I doubt it.
yeah. What, you think she shaved that thing?
Don't want to think about it.
Why? I would have still hooked up with Betty White.
Yeah,
I'd
you're
have been
right.
her boy toy. Oh, I would have. And now I wouldn't have been that grossed out. We'd have just had to dim the lights a little bit. But
Yeah.
Betty White wasn't ugly. She wasn't like a
No,
hideous old woman.
no. She
She,
wasn't.
yeah, I mean, she wasn't sexy or anything. I might have to pop a, boner pill or something. But
Yeah, she's America's treasure. You do
and,
the best you can.
and plus, look how rich I would have been if I could have got in there and been Betty White's boy toy. We would
Totally coming into money.
we would have bought Michael Jordan's mansion and been doing the show live from there right now.
Oh shit! It all could have worked out.
Uh, yeah, that I think the show's almost over, Evan. I mean, I'm sitting here talking about being Betty White's boy toy and shit.
How can we take this lower?
Yeah, I'm afraid if we go much further, we're gonna have to dig this show out of the gutter. Anyway,
Hmm.
Wednesday we will return for another episode of The List.
Do you have a list yet?
Why don't you get one this week?
I'll work on it.
Okay, and you just send it to me before we start the show.
Oh, you're gonna have no planning. Okay.
Yeah, I don't you go through, you read it, and then when we start Skyping, you send me the link and I'll be just as surprised as the listeners.
Like top 25 female tampons. Or,
Yeah, that
yeah.
feminine hygiene products.
Yeah.
I'm
Go through that list.
I'm betting Summer's Eve top 5. They even got a song, Summer's Eve makes me feel fine.
Makes me smell fine.
Oh, that's Summer Breeze. I'm sorry. Anyway,
Great
gang,
tune.
I want to apologize because we should have been a little more prepared. It should have been a little better show. I've had a rough week, emotionally and just in my head a little bit. But I thought if I got on here tonight, I'd feel a little better. And
Do you feel a little better?
yeah, I actually do. So
All right.
I'm glad I did. But because I did kind of think about, let's just do it Wednesday because I've been like, blah, all day. So
I hear you.
So anyway, we will be back Wednesday. First show of 2023, I think, was somewhat successful. And we want to thank everybody that came in. Thank you for everybody that supports our show. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, man, we're kind of just, I mean, we're somebodies, but not important somebodies.
Right. But yeah, people do take their time out to come and listen to us, and it's much appreciated. And I mean, here we
Yeah.
are. We're going over, a year and some. We've been at this
Yeah.
14, 15 months.
Yeah. And it's still going. And our numbers grow. We get new listeners, and we appreciate you. Every time we ask you to do something, you guys do it. And you're the reason we're still doing it.
Yeah.
So join us Wednesday for the list. Evan, anything you'd like to say?
No, just once again, thank you all for joining us, for listening to us.
For Chili442 and myself, we hope you guys have a great 2023. Peace. We love you. And always remember, be good to one another. We'll catch you next time.
That's right. Peace.
Stop streaming. And hold on, Evan. I gotta find Facebook. Okay, it shut off. And
All right.
And then, all right, YouTube, AlfromDtown.com. We hope you guys had a great 2023. We're gonna figure something out on YouTube, I promise, because that YouTube channel's kind of growing, and we might push that to grow. So we might do a little something extra. Maybe I'll do a reel on there or something once a week or something, just to get some more movement into the YouTube community. And of course, if you're on AlfromDtown.com, you fucking rock. We love you. Peace. Be good to one another.